to track something, you must have the evidence. You must assume that to prosecute, you must go to court. And to go to court, you must bring evidence. If the evidence you have is that 100 people donated 1 million, so what do you do about that? So it's still a societal issue, and it's still a challenge about the law. If the law can be expanded and made to enforce on political parties as well as candidates, then reporting will become more transparent, and the voter will be able to make choices based on what is real.
Okay, and we need to go to the audience now. I want to know, what has been your experience, for those who are running for political office, what has been your experience in trying to raise funds for your campaigns? Can we start with you? Could you tell us your name? You introduce yourself first, and... Okay. Just a minute to... Yes, okay. Your name again, please.
My name is Adora Onyachara. Okay. I think, first of all, when you look at the issue of campaign funding, the basic status quo or class of people that it affects are the young people. I mean, you look at a season where, yes, we've passed a not too young to run bill, but the political money chest are beating their chest vehemently and saying, let's see you walk the tough, alongside with those who have the money in the political parties. You find out that the first thing you do, even when you decide to run, is to look at the fact that even if you get past, filling the forms, when it comes down to primaries, you're also going to look at issues of money spending. You're looking at the calculation of the funds that you're supposed to spend. For instance, a state assembly, you have to look at 10 million naira or overboard. For councillorship and local government chairman, almost in the same category. But you're not looking at, the elections where people are going to spend for live broadcast of their campaigns, jingles, adverts, printing of bills, billboards, settling of party agents at polling units, also looking at your ward chairman. I think the fact that the Section 90 of the Electoral Act puts a cap on the spending is not enough. In fact, to me, I think the money is a lot. I think it's too much for a young person.
1 billion.
Yes, who comes out of, who's fresh out of school that wants to run an election. In Kenya, you find young people who are fresh out of secondary school, fresh out of university, get into office with as little as, $2,000, because what they are looking at is the capacity and the engineering of the mindset of the young person. So I think the difficulty for us is the fact that regardless of the fact that we do have the, Electoral Act, in the future, 2019, how futuristic is it for young people to emerge within the class of politicians that we have? And I think that's the problem.
Okay, so the conditions are difficult. So what is the motivation for young people to come into politics? Can we hear from someone else? Who? Okay, the lady at the back. Please, could you introduce yourself? What is your motivation despite, the very stringent conditions?
Okay, my name is Maridia Tijani. Basically, the problem with the focus being on money is that it takes away, no one ever thinks about ideology or anything. Like, if you look at Nigerian politics, we never talk about ideology. You never see politicians on the news talking about, I don't know, abortion, healthcare or whatnot. That doesn't matter. All that matters is the money. And considering minimum wage is 18,000, it's very unrealistic for you to expect a young person to come out and want to run for an office, because obviously odds are when you come out of school, for you to get a job, you're probably unemployed for a long time. And a lot of people tend to reduce young people as unqualified. But the problem is a lot of them are innovative. And in a way, the purpose of democracy is to be representative of the masses. Now, the youth make up a majority of Nigeria. And obviously, as we can see in House of Reps, Senate, governors, there's barely any youth. And it's ridiculous for you to say like 35, 40-year-olds are still classed as youth, if you get what I mean. Because obviously, that's not really your youth. At that point, you're at middle age. So it's somewhat just, there's no focus on ideology at all or any creativity in Nigerian politics. It's all about the money. And the more money you invest, economically speaking, if you invest a lot of money, you want return on it. So if you invest a lot of money, obviously when you get into office, your main aim is, how am I going to make all this money?
So I have to interrupt you here. I'd like to go to the lady in front at the end. Yes. Yes. Could you tell us your name, introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Lois Ota.
Now, do you feel in any way, greater disadvantage when you look at money issues or when you are looked at, perceived with someone living with disabilities? Do you feel any difference?
Yeah, I don't feel any difference because I'm a woman with 99 abilities, only one disability, which was polio, that affected only my legs. I have my brain to think. I have what it takes to become a great leader. I have the potentials in me, and nothing can stop me from becoming a House of Representative member, a senator, a governor, and even the president. During our consultations, some people ask questions. First, you are a woman. Secondly, you are a woman with disability. Thirdly, do you have the money? Fourthly, you're not from FCT. And the first question, you're a woman. I told them, yes, I'm a woman, but I'm a world changer. Secondly, I'm a woman with disability, but I have multiple abilities. Thirdly, you don't have the money, but I have brilliant ideas to change my world. And lastly,
Okay.
you're not from FCT.
But how big has the money challenge been for you? Or is it even a challenge for you?
Yeah, it's a big challenge because the money is not available, and you're asking who is your godfather, who is your sponsor. These are questions we need to work on.
Okay. Now we'll open up this conversation and bring our studio audience after this short break. Please stay with us.